2014 was a year of natural disasters, trying times, and sweeping changes. Today, we'll look back on some of the biggest news stories to hit the area. WENY's Nick Quattrini and Samantha Potter are here with the countdown. Guys.
Thanks, Renata. Today, we compiled a list of the top 10 stories that made 2014 one of the most talked about years in local news.
As we head into 2015, let's take a look back at the stories that dominated our newscast this past year. Number 10, a big year for wild weather locally. Tornadoes touched down in Chemung, Bradford, and Schuyler counties, each causing severe damage, blowing roofs off houses, demolishing trailers, and uprooting multiple trees. WENY was reluctantly thrust into the national spotlight when Chief Meteorologist Joe Veras broke into the World Cup to warn viewers of the danger.
Number 9, Eric Freen, the self-taught survivalist and war reenactor, was named the suspect in the September ambush on a Pennsylvania State Police barracks. The attack left one trooper dead and another severely wounded. Soon after, it was discovered that Freen spent more than 100 days at the Schuyler County Jail in 2006 for stealing World War II memorabilia. Freen led police on a massive 48-day manhunt and made the FBI's top 10 most wanted list before being captured in October. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty.
Number 8, the battle for New York's 23rd Congressional District. A contentious campaign between Democrat Martha Robertson and Republican Congressman Tom Reed made national attention for their aggressive mudslinging. Campaign ads calling Robertson an extreme ethical liberal and images of Reed when he was 100 pounds heavier were shown across the area.
Number 7, Tioga Downs Racino. The Racino was one of 3 applicants in the southern tier to apply for a full casino gaming license. Tioga Downs promised a $90 million expansion, including a hotel and golf course, as part of its plans. The gaming location board didn't pick Tioga Downs, but owner Jeff Garral is hoping support from Governor Cuomo will help make Tioga Downs into a casino and resort in the future.
Number 6, the Owego Fire Department. After a fire took the life of Captain Matthew Porcari in 2013, the fire department's operating guidelines were called into question. The department accused the village board of stalling a vote on updated guidelines, and 30 volunteer firefighters quit. Now a new training facility and fresh firefighters give hope for a new and improved department.
Number 5, a local spelling bee champion. 14-year-old Shriram Hathwar of Corning was named co-champion of the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Hathwar and 13-year-old Ansun Sujo of Texas battled it out until there were no words left to spell, resulting in a tie. This was Shriram's 5th time competing at the bee.
Number 4, the Senecas Crash. In June, a tractor-trailer heading down North Aurora Street barreled into Simeon's restaurant in Ithaca, killing 27-year-old bartender Amanda Bush. The driver and truck company, Quality Relocation Services Incorporated, were ticketed with having an over-length vehicle and defective brakes. Simeon's restaurant remains closed.
Number 3, Tony Stewart. NASCAR driver Tony Stewart killed 20-year-old Kevin Ward Jr. in an accident during a sprint car race in Canandaigua when Ward left his car and walked onto the dirt track and was hit by Stewart. The incident happened the day before the Cheez-It 355 NASCAR race at Watkins Glen International, where Stewart pulled out of the race and the accident overshadowed the area's largest sporting event. Stewart said Ward's death was an accident. A grand jury later declined to indict Stewart for his role in the crash.
Number 2, flash flooding strikes Penn Yan. After a strong overnight storm in mid-May, Penn Yan neighbors woke up to overflowing creeks, water in their homes, sinkholes, and collapsed buildings. Damage in the village totaled $2.5 million. Now Penn Yan continues to recover with aid from New York State and FEMA.
And the number 1 news story for 2014, with more than 5 years in the making, hydraulic fracturing will not happen in New York State. Governor Cuomo announced the state's health and environmental officials are recommending a ban on the controversial drilling technique, citing potential negative impacts after years of studies, review, and public comment. The state issued a moratorium on fracking in 2008, saying more research was needed. The move is seen as a win for environmental groups and opponents, while fracking supporters say a ban will be a major economic blow to the state, particularly the southern tier.
We would like to say thank you for tuning in to WENY News in 2014.
It was an interesting year, and we hope that you stay with us for 2015. Reporting in the studio, I'm Nick Quattrini.
And I'm Samantha Potter.